gosh, Uncle Grandpa! You're really here? I can't believe it. I mean, I literally can't believe it. How is this even possible?
Crossovers in animation can span between any genre of cartoons. Whether it's for kids or adults, today we'll unravel the top 5 best cartoon crossovers of all time.
I am over The Simpsons. Well, what are you saying?
I'm going ghost! Sam, take out the trash!
You know how environmentally conscious I am.
Yes! Merry Christmas! Okay, who's been messing with the ghost portal?
I like pushing the buttons for no reason!
Number 5 on the list, Danny Phantom, an old yet awesome show and very popular still to this day. Something's wrong with the ghost portal and someone's been messing with the equipment. However, Danny soon finds out it's a strange puppy character, which is the tough puppy that we all know.
This isn't Fairy World!
Whoa! More ghosts!
I hate thermoses!
The Fairly Odd Parents appear in Danny Phantom. No one would ever expect this thing to happen, especially years after Danny Phantom has ended, but it did have a crossover. All these cartoons are from Nickelodeon, and these were created by a man named Butch Hartman. Butch Hartman got the original voice actors to help him out on this project, and to bring back some of our childhoods. And even the animation was perfect, clean, and high definition. It's a dream come true to see our childhood cartoons come together in one setting. Even if you don't like the idea of another cartoon, seeing them in one world, it really can mess with your brain. And seeing these with other cartoons, it's gonna mess with your brain too. Next up on the list, we got some crazy cartoons in one setting. Now what you see on screen now is Mad TV, and we all know Mad TV did a lot of parodies back in the day. But the next animation crossover that we're about to show you, you're never gonna see this one coming. Take a look. A very successful show, Steven Universe and Uncle Grandpa, both from the same host network, Cartoon Network, made an appearance in this same episode. This caught fans by surprise. Although Steven Universe is ahead of a lot of controversy, with people claiming that the show is used to brainwash people with social justice, the show still stands on its own, and so does Uncle Grandpa. Uncle Grandpa is a cartoon that doesn't really take itself too seriously with the plot. A lot of goofy stuff happens in these cartoons. But in this particular episode, they meet up. Now this is the first time that Uncle Grandpa's met with other cartoon characters. He's met with Finn and Jake, the Powerpuff Girls, and a lot others. Steven and Uncle Grandpa are on a quest to help him figure out what's wrong with his crystal, and help him figure out the mysteries, surrounding it. Now, of course, Steven Universe is a show that deals with gems, and that's pretty much the basis of the show. It's no shocker to anyone that gems play an important role in this cartoon. But what happens when Steven needs help with it? Take a look at what he asked Uncle.
I've been trying to pull my shield out of my gem all morning.
Well, let's take a look-see. You should make sure you get this thing polished at least twice a year.
What time is it? Time for you to shut up!
Adventure Time has been running for a while now, and it's actually going to be ending very soon, unfortunately. But most people do remember Adventure Time, and it holds a special place in our hearts. We should also keep in mind that Adventure Time is primarily a kids show, while Futurama is more of an adult show. And to see them cross over into one is, well, it's pretty hilarious. I mean, how did the themes just mesh up like that? A kids cartoon and an adults cartoon.
Maybe next time we should just go to, like, a farmer's market.
Well, the date didn't really get off to a great start.
I loved you in that mermaid movie.
So he takes me to a restaurant, a fast food restaurant.
I had coupons.
Right, Ed had coupons, so I mean, there is that.
I love Double D. Double D is the best.
His constant talking about Double D made me a little uncomfortable.
My favorite show of all time, Ed, Edd and Eddy, actually had a crossover. This is mind-blowing. Many people do not know about this at all. I had to go and dig through a lot of stuff to find this. Scooby-Doo and Ed, Edd and Eddy. I mean, who would imagine these two cartoons would cross over? Daphne goes on a date with Ed, and things go pretty south, but for Ed, you know, he's enjoying it. I mean, he doesn't even know what's happening. He's just talking about Double D and blah blah blah, and he had a good time. But Daphne, I think she was expecting more of a, you know, a gentleman. But Ed, give my boy Ed a break. He deserves it. Let's go on to the next.
Where are you? We need some help from you now.
Why, you?
Family Guy and The Simpsons. Now this is the most popular crossover, and I'd be surprised if you haven't seen it yet. Although Family Guy is popular, people do have some criticism towards the show, saying that the older shows were better, and the newer episodes are just making Meg the butt of every joke, and it gets unfunny and stale. With all these claims and accusations, it still doesn't hold up because Family Guy is still a successful show. But did you know that it crossed over with The Simpsons? If you didn't, you may have missed this episode. They get into a fight and things go south pretty fast. They even destroy the entire city. This is just crazy. You guys gotta see this. The Amazing World of Gumball and Don't Hug Me I'm Scared actually crossed over this year. Many people don't consider this a usual crossover, but it was very fun and entertaining to see. Gumball went into the puppet world and the puppet realm, and it came into 3D with puppets. Take a look at the next clip.
Wow! Look at all the things we imagined when we used to play! Bird playing bird!
Please stay focused, sir. Master Darwin needs you.
They were stuck throughout the episode, but didn't really mind because this was an adventure for them. You could tell by the way he was talking and getting excited for everything he saw. I mean, wouldn't you be excited if you went into a puppet world and Don't Hug Me I'm Scared? It'd be slightly creepy, but at the same time, you know, kinda cool.
Who are the odd floating color-coordinated children?
We've come from another dimension looking for a dangerous villain, Mojo Jojo.
Teen Titans Go is a very popular show. In fact, they're having a movie coming out this year, which is going to take theaters. It's really unpredictable how it's going to go. Many people have had some really bad words to say about the movie, however, because it looks in the trailer they just show a fart joke, which is, you know, people have some stuff to say about that. However, that's besides the point. Teen Titans Go and the Powerpuff Girls made an appearance in the same episode at the same time. And it seems it was pretty entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. They did a good job on it, the voice actors, the animation, it was pretty good. Of course, Teen Titans Go is very hated, and a lot of people just really dislike the show because we remember the old Teen Titans and how that affected our childhoods.
What's wrong with these guys?
But one thing that people are forgetting is that the same thing happened with the Powerpuff Girls. Yet, you know, the Powerpuff Girls, you know, people have just pretty much forgot about it, and now it's the new generation that likes the new Powerpuff Girls. All the animation looks different, it's more clean and more clean cut, and to see them all both in the same world is definitely pretty interesting for the people who watch this show. Thank you guys for making it this far. If you like what you see so far, go and subscribe to this channel, click the like button, and just click the notification bell so you can be notified when we upload new videos. Now guys, which cartoon on this list is your favorite cartoon of all time? I'm pretty sure we hit a lot of cartoons in this video, and which of these cartoons were your favorite as a child? Even if you haven't seen any of these, which one would you say? Would it be Ed, Edd and Eddy, Adventure Time, Futurama, Family Guy, or is it just not on this list? I mean, we could have missed out SpongeBob, but we all know that SpongeBob has never had a crossover in its entirety. I mean, it's been almost a decade and there will never be a crossover because the creator of SpongeBob literally said that he will not make a crossover. He hates the idea of the crossovers because, you know, it really takes away from the show and it's just a cheap gag. You know, I kind of have to agree with him. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, crossovers, you know, they're just to appeal to the masses, but at the same time, I think that he should do it at least one SpongeBob crossover, just to see how it would go. I think he should bless the show with his hand and just give it the blessings that it needs, and it will be good. I mean, if he's writing it, it's gonna be good. I mean, the creator of SpongeBob knows what he's doing. He created SpongeBob. And so if he crossed over with a different show, you know, things would happen. But again, I do see his point, because then if he were to cross over with other shows, let's say for instance The Loud House, he would have to actually be in coordination with the writers of The Loud House. And I see where the problem and conflict comes with two bashing ideas that won't really mesh together properly. So I understand why they don't have one, but at the same time, it would be pretty cool if we could have a crossover with SpongeBob in the future or now. Just release one now, please. We need content that's cool. We need a crossover, just like the Marvel movies with their crossovers and the Infinity War and the Avengers and everything. I think it could work. I think it does have potential to work. So guys, thank you guys for making it this far in the video. Please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.